Hello. Let's come to our mats and take a nice comfortable seat. I don't know what you've just come from or what you're going to afterwards this practice, but perhaps it's useful just to take a moment and maybe even look at the clock. So this is a 45-minute practice, and the intention is to dedicate this time to yourselves. It's really challenging if you know that you're going to be interrupted, and some of us, we feel like we just can't help that during this practice. So if you are going to be interrupted, perhaps make a mental note of how you're going to greet that interruption. And please do your very best to take at least a few mindful breaths before you move on away from your practice, away from your spiritual practice, away from your yoga practice, away from your physical practice, so that you can be really mindful about the transition from the mat to off the mat and what you can bring with you at the end of the session. So coming back to where you've come from, perhaps you've been really busy, perhaps you've had perhaps you've had lots of things whirling around your mind, and it might be that those things come back to you during your practice. If they do, just kindly note them, accept them, and if you can, allow yourselves to move on from them. So you kind of observe what's happening, but you don't get too involved. So I'd like you just to really feel yourself. So not touching yourself necessarily, just keep everything quite still, but see if you can send your focus to the different areas of your body, particularly those areas that make contact with the earth. And start to come into a kind of meditation on the concept of arriving at your practice, arriving at your mat. You breathe in, I have arrived. As you breathe out, see if you can feel in yourselves a sense of, I am home. Breathe in, I have arrived. And breathe out, I am home. So really it doesn't matter where you are. The fact is that your home is with you. This earth is your home in a general sense. So let's cultivate that sense of feeling at home in ourselves and on this earth. I have arrived. Inhale. Let the arms come up overhead. Bring the palms together. Exhale down through the center. Twice more. Inhale. I have arrived. Exhale. I am home. Inhale. I have arrived. Exhale. I am home. Notice your spine. Anywhere that it feels maybe a little bit tense. Anywhere it might feel a bit stale or dry. Your shoulders, your hips, perhaps do a few small circles and lubricate through your spine, starting with the root of your spine. Lovely. Inhale, draw the arms up. And exhale, take a small twist through the spine. Again, start with the root, so go gently with this first twist. Don't take your palm fully behind your back just yet. Don't expect a full twist. Inhale, draw up. And exhale, gentle twist in the opposite direction. Inhale, come back to center, and very mindfully, in a way that feels right for you, noticing your body, noticing your vehicle. Come to hands and knees position. So if you, on your hands and knees, can have your wrists underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips, and just start to wriggle and rotate through the spine, again, feeling yourself, not touching, but sending your focus to the areas that are calling for your attention. Come back to the center and let your bellies drop down. Your sit bones can go up to the ceiling as you inhale. Look up. Draw breath into the belly. Exhale, round spine. So you send your shoulders towards your ears. You take your gaze to your navel. Inhale, look forwards, let the belly drop, feel the length in the front body. And exhale, like waves. I'd like you to think of yourselves like waves on the ocean. Inhale as the wave builds up. Exhale as it crests and crashes. Lengthen your stance with your palms, so draw them forward towards the mat and draw the knees back, and like a wave crashing towards the water, let yourself come down towards the earth. Then inhale up to cobra, so toes push in, knees lift off the mat, elbows into the earth. Tuck the toes, draw the palms a little bit further back underneath the shoulders, come up to the knees, and again, like a wave building up, think about drawing into a nice downward facing dog, your first downward facing dog. Inhale here, 1. Exhale. So we're going to practice a 2-part breath. The first part of your inhalation, you draw the breath up through the palms to the armpits, and then up from the soles of the feet to the crease of the hips. And then exhale. Inhale from the palms to the armpits, hold, and then inhale from the soles to the creases of the hips. Exhale, one more time. Inhale from the palms to the armpits, then from the soles to the groin. Exhale. Look forwards and walk the feet forwards. Keep the knees nice and soft and a forward fold. Shake the head out, release tension in the neck. Inhale, draw up, look up. Exhale, release. Inhale, draw up, look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, keep your knees soft. Inhale, halfway lift, draw the navel to spine, lengthen the back, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, bend the knees, place the palms underneath the shoulders and step back into plank. Like the wave going into the ocean, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, like the wave, keep it nice and soft. And draw up into a downward facing dog. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Why do we come back to our breath? Inhale, 2. Exhale. It brings us to the present moment. Inhale, 3. The breath is the source of our vitality. Exhale and step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Without the breath, we are absolutely suffocated. Inhale, draw up, look up. The quality of our breath determines the quality of our being. Inhale, draw up, look up towards the thumbs as your palms draw together. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your left foot and step your right foot forwards. High lunge. Inhale, toes pointing forwards, hips draw forward. Exhale, lower the palms, step back, plank. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant your back right foot. Step the left foot forward. Both toes pointing forward. Hips 2. Inhale, draw the arms up. Feel the nice stretch through the hip flexors. Exhale, place the palms. Step back, plank. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, 1. Exhale. So consider your contact with the earth and how you have the earth inside you too. Inhale, 2. Think about the water in you, the waves in you. How we change like the tide with the moon. Exhale. Inhale, 3. The breath in you, the air in you. And the air you release. Exhale. Inhale, 4, the fire in you, contact with the belly, what keeps you going. Exhale, the fire. Inhale, take your gaze to the front of the mat and step to the front. Keep the legs zipped together and sit down into a chair. Inhale, draw the arms in front of you. Lift up the body, but exhale, sink the hips. Check that your knees are further back than your toes when you look down. Sink your elbows down, lift and float your arms up. Draw your navel in. Inhale. 1. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. 2. Exhale. Inhale. 3. Exhale. Release. Fold forwards. Shake the head. And inhale. Build yourselves back up to standing. We're going to just concentrate a little bit on standing balancing postures. Before we go into that, we're just going to stretch through the side body and stand back so that you can hopefully see the full length of my body, or just about, in this posture. So legs sit together, feet together, ankles, knees, and the inner thighs also drawing together so that you feel like your pelvis is quite compact, your hips are drawing forwards. Inhale, let the arms rise up above the head. Interlace the fingers and let the first fingers extend. And feel yourselves grow tall. Draw the ears back down to the waist and draw the navel in so that you're not sticking your tummy out and your hips behind you. It's been a nice long pencil shape. Exhale, let yourselves move over to the left so the right side of the body gets nice stretch. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, the left side of the body gets the stretch. Inhale up. Shoulders down, exhale to the left. Inhale up, shoulders down, exhale to the right. Hold it here. So really heavy your left heel into the earth and try not to drop into the side posture. Don't collapse. Try and keep a sense of liftedness in the right side of the body so your t-shirt shouldn't have a big crease in it. If it's a tight fitting one, you want to feel lift and length. So structure, stability and space in each of your asanas, that's the important structure. Inhale, draw up, and then exhale, come to the opposite side. So leaning back over to the left-hand side. Now heavy your right heel into the mat. See how that feels. Inhale, lengthen to the upper body. And gently let yourself release over to the left, but incrementally with command, so that you can know that you can easily float back upright when you want to. Exhale, release the arms, shake them through. So we're going to take the weight into the left leg and inhale, draw the right knee up towards the armpit. Exhale and externally rotate the knee and then place your sole of your foot so that you're ready to come into your version of tree posture. So it may be that your sole is at the thigh, the shin or the ankle with the toes just gracing the floor for a little extra support. But can you please avoid the knee? Bring your palms to prayer. Now can you feel the responsibility on your standing leg? How that brings your focus to the earth and makes you feel grounded. It actually strengthens your connection with the earth when you reduce your contact with it because you're more focused on how supportive it is. Find your steady gaze, a point in front of you that's focused. Not a moving point, a still point. Bring that stillness to your being. Your drishti. If you would like to start to draw the arms up and out into a receiving posture, palms facing up, shoulders draw down away from the ears. Please do so. So here you're strengthening through the standing leg, rehabilitating through the ankle and the knee as they adjust to the micro movements that you make as you stand in tree. Your core is active, and check in with your breath. Can you feel how when you slow and ease your breath, your stability is steadier? Come to your posture. How upright do you feel? Shoulders above hips, crown above shoulders. Smile. Inhale, draw the arms up overhead. Exhale to the center. Then draw the knee back to the middle. and release that leg down. And we'll repeat that on the other side. So this time breathe the left knee in, externally rotate at the hips. Place the sole of the foot on the inner seam of the standing leg. Draw the chin in and find your drishti. Find your ease. Find the space and the steadiness in your asana, in your practice, in your postures. Inhale softly. And exhale. As you increase your focus, you become ever present in the moment. And it's only when we're alive, awake in each moment that we're truly, truly alive. Inhale. Let's draw the arms up. So you may, when you start to bring presence to yourselves, find that parts of yourselves are suffering or uncomfortable. How else are we going to learn what we need if we don't tune in with these areas that need our relief? That need transformation. Lovely. Inhale, draw the arms up overhead and then down towards the chest. Press the palms together for an added sense of stability as you draw the knee to the center and release the foot down, mindfully. Beautiful. Let's draw our stance nice and wide and then point the left toe towards the short end of the mat. Make sure that the left heel is in line with the instep of the right foot to the back. So the right foot's basically parallel to the short edge of the back of the mat. And then just come into your stance for warrior two. So you may find that your knee goes over your ankle. If it does that, just draw your stance a little longer so that it stacks above your ankle but not further over it. So there's my knee in line with my ankle. Palms to belly, feel your breath. Inhale, lift your toes up. Release any grip from them. Exhale, make contact with the earth. Inhale, draw the arms up and open. Exhale, gaze over front fingers. So as you're building up strength through your legs, your arms too, build stamina as you hold them active, drawing side to side of the space that you're in. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Draw your navel in. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Feel grounded. Feel your vitality coming to you as you expand in the space. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Lower the arms. Inhale, straighten the left leg and turn both toes towards the long end of the mat, and then rotate so that your right foot is now pointing forwards. And then come into your position, your foundation for the pose. Right foot in front, the knee is bent 90 degrees, but not over the ankle. Palms to belly, and just see if you can draw your torso to face a little bit more the long edge of the mat. Inhale, the arms up, press down the outer edge of the back foot. Exhale, take your gaze over the front arm fingertips. Draw the navel in and see if you can stop your body from reaching forward. So draw your spine nice and upright. Think about your posture. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. So you're toning through your calves and your ankles. Inhale, 3. Exhale. Let the arms draw down. Let both feet come parallel to each other, pointing towards the long end of the mat. Inhale, palms to waist. Draw your waist long and then tilt at the pelvis. Exhale, forward fold. Be nice and soft here. Shake out the shoulders, move through the hips. Anything that helps you feel like you're getting into some parts of yourselves that have been untouched, unnoticed, maybe neglected of late, stale, depleted. Enjoy the forward fold. Relax, smile through the jaw, relax your tongue. Inhale, draw up. So palms to waist, soften the knees. Core is active as you draw your torso up. And then I'd like you to step your feet a little bit shorter. Your left foot points once again to the short edge of the mat. Inhale, the arms upright, parallel to the earth. Flex through the waist, front and back. And then let your left palm come down to the earth and take your grip here in Trikonasana. So yogi-toe grip on the toe, the ankle, or even the thigh. The right palm comes to the right hip, it spans it open. Then bring the right palm across the chest. Let the chest rotate upwards. The palm lifts, your gaze follows, your light. Inhale. Exhale. So you're rotating your shoulders so that you allow your chest to really feel at its fullest openness. Inhale. Exhale. Your hamstrings and oblique adductors are active here. Your waist is lifting your torso away from the earth, particularly the left side of the waist. Inhale, one more breath here. Exhale, let your gaze come down, lower your backhand, bend through this front knee just to soften. And then we come to the other side. So first of all, find your neutral and then rotate your right toes. They're facing the short edge of the mat. Press down through the outside edge of your back foot. Inhale the arms up and exhale, draw yourselves over towards your front leg. Make sure that your front leg is straight so your knee is active. And then let your left palm just spin your left hip a little bit more open. Adjust yourselves. You are your instructors. I am the facilitator. Open up through the chest. Let the left arm levitate, lift into the air as if you're holding on to something so that your torso now feels supported simply by the act of your straight arm lifting into the air. Nose and thumb aligned. Inhale, you're strong in your core. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale, take your gaze down to the earth and then walk your palms around. So once again, you're facing the long edge of your mat and simply bend into the knees left and right. So your palms stay heavy on the earth. Your chin and jaw and tongue are relaxed. Your gaze is soft. You're not really looking at anything. Just remember to tune in to your breath and bring yourselves to the moment. And from that moment, let yourselves mindfully follow the movements. And when you feel something, let that feeling remind you that you are observing yourselves. This is a sort of spiritual practice in a way. We observe ourselves, we observe what we react to, what we respond well to. And if we notice ourselves pushing ourselves too far, we can say enough. So bend nice and heavily into the left knee and bring your palms underneath your chest so you can support your torso here and you feel a nice long stretch from the groin down to the instep of the right foot. Then keep your left knee bent and walk your arms over to the right. Use your left hand to draw you into this stretch. Inhale, let your left rib cage expand through the intercostal muscles. Exhale. Inhale. Check that your big toe is heavying into the earth. Exhale. So we build resilience by taking ourselves into these places, these different places, these challenging places. And this resilience, no one can take this from us. This is something that cannot be stolen. We can build it through practice. Inhale, come up to the center and bring the bend over into the right knee, palms underneath the torso. So you are now enjoying this nice long stretch on the inner seam of the left leg. Pressing down from the outer edge of the left foot into the mat. Keep your right leg bent and then walk over to the left. Inhale, once again, simply feel the intercostal muscles drawing open with your breath.
fills your lungs. Exhale. That beautiful breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Inhale, draw back to center, and then let the feet come together. We're going to practice another standing balancing posture. Sit down in your seat and inhale. Draw up to standing mindfully. Great. So the first posture that we're going to do here is a preparation for Garudasana, eagle pose. Then we're going to move into eagle pose, and you can decide whether you want to stick with the prep or you want to go for the full posture, because we're going to do the prep each side and then move into the fuller expression. So go with what feels right for you. Remember that yoga is a practice, okay? It's not a contest. So inhale, draw up nice and tall in the upper body, the navel in, lengthen through the lumbar spine, the tailbone draws down to the earth. Exhale, sit down into your chair. Place your palms on your thighs. Inhale, straighten through the legs, pardon me, through the elbows a little bit. Lift the chest away from the belly, thighs, excuse me, the belly away from the thighs and the chest up. Then take the weight over into your right leg. Inhale and draw the left leg up. The ankle comes over the right thigh. Keep the left toes really active to protect the knee. And if you like, inhale and let the arms come forward, or if you prefer, you can come into prayer mudra. Inhale, Anjali. Exhale, sit down. Below the word has just gone from my head. Inhale, 2. See if you can lift up the toes of the standing leg and place them back down without gripping. Exhale. Feel how suddenly your contact with the earth is your focus. Inhale, think about everything you get from the earth as you inhale. And exhale, think about everything you'd like to offer back to the earth as you release your breath. Inhale, release up out of that side. Take a moment in neutral. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, legs together. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, straighten through the elbows, lift the belly away from the thighs, the chest draws up. Take the weight over now into the left thigh, the right foot picks up and crosses over the thigh, toes are active. Inhale, exhale. Nice stretch on the outer hip. Inhale, exhale. Fingertips active, smile if you can. Inhale, exhale. One more breath here for fun. Inhale, and exhale. Release the arms. Inhale, draw up and release the leg. So you can repeat that if you like, or you can come into Garudasana. Inhale, draw the navel into the spine, lengthen through the front body. Exhale, bend through the knee. Inhale, take the weight into the left leg and hop the right leg over. So you can stay like that. Or if you can, you can take a second twist with your right leg behind the left standing leg. Once again, lift through the toes, place them back down. Inhale, draw the arms up. Exhale, let the left arm cross on top of the right in an X and bend up with the elbows. And see, you can either keep your backs of your palms together in front of your face, or cross one more time at the wrists and the palms press together. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, see if you can draw your left hip towards the midline a little more. See how that places extra pressure on the inside edge of the standing leg, increasing your contact with the earth. Inhale, see if you can draw the shoulders above the hips. Lift up through the elbows, feel the stretch in the back body. Exhale. So take your focus to the breath in the back body. Inhale, core is strong. Exhale, we're going to take 2 more breaths. If you fall out, see if you can come back into a version of the posture. Keep your focus. Inhale. Exhale, one more breath for fun. Inhale.
And exhale. So we're going to step really wide. There's a nice counter posture here. Take in your breath. Feel contrast. Exhale. Inhale, you're wide open. You're really reaching. Exhale before we gather in for the next side. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Come to Tadasana in the center of your mat or at the top of your mat, whichever suits your camera angle best. Inhale and sit down a little bit to a chair, more like a toolbar stool. Now we're taking the weight into the right leg. Inhale the left leg up, cross the thighs, and then see if you can draw yourself into a second twist. Think about the upper body coming upright and sinking a little lower, as if you're sitting on that bar stool. Inhale, draw the arms up. This time, exhale, the right arm crosses over the top of the left, bend up at the elbows, and cross once again at the wrists if it's available to you. Otherwise, keep the backs of the palms pressing together. Inhale, lift at the elbows so that the palms come further in front of the face. Exhale, see if you can keep thinking about drawing the shoulders above the hips. Inhale, lift through the elbows, strong through the core. Exhale. Inhale. Find your drishti. Exhale. Stay in your moment. Inhale. Draw your right hip towards the midline. Increases the stability through the knee, the ankle, and the foot. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, one more breath. Inhale. And exhale, release, come wide. Ooh. And just move through the legs and allow yourself to ripple down into a forward fold. Ah, lovely. Then point the toes towards the top side of your mat so that your left foot is at the top side of your mat, and take the right foot out to the right side. And then lift the torso so it's level with the ground. Inhale, draw your right hip to the front of the mat. And then exhale, drape your body down over the front straight leg. Pyramid pose. So feel the back just relax and release a bit. After this quite intense postures, inhale and exhale, and again receive the earth, the support of the earth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, draw up, keep the upper body relaxed. Exhale, rotate on your heels and then move your right foot over to the further right side of the mat. Bring your left foot to the left side of the mat, just a bit shorter than leg length apart, and draw your left hip forwards. Inhale, find length in the front body. Maybe even place your palms on your pelvis so that you can feel the tilt through the hips, and keep the left hip drawing forward. Exhale down and drape towards the front straight leg. Inhale. Kneecap drawing up towards your hip crease. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Oh, and exhale. Keep your palms down, maybe walk them inside the front foot, and then step the back foot towards the front. Toes point out, and I'd like you to sink down into a malasana, palms together. Inhale, feel the length through the spinal column. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Lovely openness through the hips here. External rotation. Inhale. And exhale. Keep your palms as they are and just let your body, your back body, melt down towards the earth so that you can come to seated and extend your legs in front of you.
Dandasana. So you're like a stick, as if a stick has been drawn into the earth like a fence post, and it's your spine, and your spine extends down into the earth to really ground you there. Your toes are active and draw back to you, and you may even feel then that your heels lift slightly off the earth. That's fine, okay? It's just because of the shapes of your legs, perhaps your muscles, your calf muscles, cannot get in the way. Mine certainly do. Inhale and draw the navel to spine, tuck the chin, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale. Inhale. I'd like you to bring your focus now back to this concept of the wave. So first of all, the breath is the wave. Inhale. And exhale. See if you can ride the wave of the breath as it sinks down and rises up. On your next inhalation, the wave builds with the arms as you lengthen through the spine, and then exhale, the wave comes crashing down over your leg. Inhale, draw the arms back and up. And exhale, reach them forward and let the spine crash in a wave-like motion. Gently. Inhale. Twice more. Exhale, reach and release. Inhale. And exhale. Take a moment here and tune once again into the breath. Inhale. And exhale. So we're going to move now into plow pose. If you inhale and come up to upright, maybe just check behind you what the space is like. So we're going to move with our legs coming up over our hips and potentially towards the ground behind us. If you're not sure if your legs are going to come towards the ground, then you can bring a chair, something for your legs to settle on, and it will be a nice modification. The challenge, however, might be for some of us to even get the hips up. So we will look at supporting the hips with the palms of the hands. Gently allow your back to lay down on the earth. Take a few moments to check that you're drawing your shoulders away from your ears. So place the palms down by the side and inhale, let the knees come in towards the chest. Take a few rocks left and right. So you acclimatize yourself to the command that you have with your core over your hips. So with your core, you can start to lift your hips and release them down. With your palms placed down either side of your hips, you have additional support and leverage for lifting the hips up into the air. So engage the core, push through the palms and lift the hips up. You can support your hips and your back by taking your palms. Now please keep your gaze up. So if you need to watch the tutorial first, you're unfamiliar with the pose, please watch and then come into the posture. So fingertips facing up either side of the spine, and walk your palms down towards your shoulders until it's stop when it feels like you are being constricted with your breath. So keep the space, keep the sense of ease, feel supported. If you are more familiar with the posture, you can release your palms from your back and interlace the fingers and extend the forearms, extend the forearms on the mat away from you. So just to show you, if you're not using the prop, your feet, the tops of your feet make good contact with the earth. You can walk your shoulders closer together. Try and keep the legs straight and active. Or if you prefer, you can slightly bend through the knees, even bring them either side of your ears. These are really calming postures for the spine. Personally, there's parts of the spine that no other posture gets to here. The weight of the hips tends to give the lumbar spine a really nice stretch. So decide where you're going to be, and we're going to do 5 more breaths here. Of course, you can come out at any point if you like. Inhale, 1. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Inhale 4. Exhale. Inhale 5. And exhale. To come out of the posture, let your palms come back down to the mat. So face down, and they can be like brakes. So as your hips go slowly, and keep the control with your hips as you let them come back down towards the earth. Keep the legs nice and close to you so that you don't have too much weight pressure coming back down. Just your hips, really. Your legs are holding back, and then you can let your knees bend and the soles of the feet find the earth. And just take a moment to receive what the earth has to offer, and let the earth receive you. So relax the shoulders. And again, you've been like this wave that temporarily was in one way, was in one form, and now it's come down and it's joined the body of the ocean. So we start to get this kind of image of ourselves as waves. And although we're all different, we all build up from the same thing, the body of the ocean in this metaphor. And in our ups and downs, we may distinguish ourselves, but really we all come back to this same expanse that seems almost infinite. Let your knees just drop one side and then the other. And then gently lift up your hips and place your palms underneath your glutes. Find the soft parts so it's nice and comfortable. You can keep your knees bent, or if you've got space, you can extend your legs out in front of you. Then inhale and see if you can work your elbows underneath you so you can lift up from your back, from your upper back, and let your neck release down to get a nice lift through the chest. If you want a little more, you can inhale and extend the legs. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Just like that wave melting into the body of water, like nothing ever happened. Draw the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall apart into Supta Baddha Konasana. Palms lay against the belly. A few moments to relax. Feel gratitude to yourselves, to the human bodies that brought you through these postures, to the part of you that is aware and alert, aware that you're alive, to the part of you that appreciates practice, to the community that supports you to do this. To the you that you see all around you every day. Maybe you feel like you're somewhere else right now. Perhaps your mind is with somebody else or doing something else. Spend a moment thinking about how this practice is going to infuse the next moments of our lives. How it will continue like ripples in a pond when a stone is thrown. The continuation of ourselves. Spend a moment thinking about what you would like your imprint to be. how he would like to be continued. And then allow yourselves to drop away from everything you identify with. And remember that we all come from stardust. We're all built of the same thing. Finally, release, as if you're sinking down into that ocean that connects us all, where we all rise up from, where we ultimately all return to. Be in that sense, that ultimate cosmos where no boundaries exist. Please extend your legs if you prefer regular Tadasana, otherwise remain in Supta Baddha Konasana. These moments of nothingness are essential to acknowledging that nothing is everything and everything is nothing. Draw kindness and compassion towards yourselves. Think about how that compassion might show itself and manifest in your actions and your words, and to whom you might extend those kindnesses and that compassion. Maybe you feel like you need most of it. Maybe you feel like you know exactly who you need to share it with. It may be that you really just want to spread it to strangers. Kindness, that is. Okay, if you're in Supta Baddha Konasana, inhale and draw the knees together. If you're in Shavasana, draw the knees up, and everyone exhale, come to the side with the knees bent. Make a pillow with your hands for a moment's rest. Have a rest. Let your eyes just roam softly about the space that you're in. Inhale, draw up to seated. Take a moment to feel the spine, the connection with the earth, the lightness, the ease in your body. Thank you for taking this moment to practice with me, to motivate me to continue my journey, my studies, my focus on things that seem really, really important, but so easy to get forgotten, left behind in the busyness of our lives. Namaste.